Alright everybody, welcome to the Late Night League February 13th game casting. We have two teams here. I know, exciting stuff. We did have an early ping up here. Right now everybody's going with pretty standard items. Bot lane, Sivir's going for the purple team. He's going with Doran's Blade. So looking at that sustain from Tarek, looking that they're going to be pretty safe in there, so going ahead with the Doran's Blade. Bot lane for Caitlyn also going for the blue team. Caitlyn also going for a Doran's Blade. But you're looking at a Malzahar taking boots and 3 health potions against the Ryze, who has gone ahead with the Mana Crystal. Mana helping his spells be a little stronger, as I understand him. And he's also picking up 2 health potions, so there's going to be a lot of sustain in nearly every lane, with the exception being Wukong, who is going top. Wukong here only has a Doran's Blade, so he's not going to have as much sustain, but he should do fairly well. We've got blue team covering their red, just making sure that nothing happens to their red, while Poppy goes ahead and makes sure nothing's happening to the blue. In the purple team, they are covering their purple here, and Maokai is also just keeping an eye on this. He's going to use his saplings to go ahead and pick up those 4 there, and then he should be going over to blue. If I know his champion correctly, he should be heading over to blue right after this. Lee Sin should be starting at the red here. A little surprising. He's not going for the 4 camp here first. He may actually switch over there. No, it looks like it's a little too late for that to actually happen. Oh, a bad start for Maokai. He actually failed to kill all of them with his saplings. And he is headed over here. He barely any XP. He only killed one of those minions with his saplings. Barely any XP. Bot lane's going ahead and heading down to their lane. Looks like everybody here is getting into their lane before any CS has... any creeps have been killed, so they're not going to lose any experience. You're not going to find a situation where there's a significant gap between people hitting level 6, for instance, so they're going to be able to burn their ultimates quicker than the other team. Looks like everybody did get in here in time for their creeps. Maokai pretty low. He does have the blue buff, but he is pretty low. He is hurting. He is hurting. Missing out on that 4 Wraith camp is going to hurt him quite a bit here. Alright, Lee Sin is doing a clear of the jungle. He's already gotten the 4 Wraith camp, the 3 wolves, and the red buff. His sustain does not seem to be that good, but he does... oh, he's not running a standard jungling build. We're going to have him Q over the wall. 2 abilities, Resonating Strike. Right over the wall here. He is not using a standard jungling build. He is not going for a Wriggles immediately, and he also didn't start with a Doran's. He is going to be fine in the jungle, but he did go opt for those boots instead. Wukong headed downriver. This is unusual for this to be happening so early in the game. Not able to get the immobilize. This is not going to turn into anything. Sivir already pushed up against blue team's tower. Trying to get some harass. Some very strong harass on that Soraka. Taking a lot of damage there. Lee Sin going ahead and heading over to mid. Is he going to land his Q? With the immobilize, it is very, very strong. Easy. First blood. Good job on Lee Sin on landing his Q. Tarek getting a stun, getting a little bit of counter harass here. Caitlyn really pushing out, missing some CS as a result. She's going to struggle with CS. Looks like Lee Sin is handing blue. The first blue out to Malzahar here. That's fairly unusual. That gives Malzahar a blue a little bit early. Purple team's blue has not respawned, and normally that's a respawn where the mid will actually go and pick it up. A little bit overextended here. Lee Sin is moving into the bush. There was no vision, so this Maokai is not aware that Lee Sin is here. By the same token, they are not aware Maokai's here, but Maokai is backing off. Lee Sin is able to get vision on the decoy, make it clear Maokai's coming into this fight. Maokai's not going to be able to secure anything. He's also going to get very, very low. He's going to have to go back to base, likely, before he can actually get out of here and get into the jungle again. Fault line getting some harass out here. Caitlyn's at full health. Soraka's going to keep her there. Lee Sin circling around looking for any opportunity to potentially get some harass. At the very least, get some counter jungling. He does see that the red is already taken, so he's going to go ahead and back off here. From this distance, Ryze is not aware of Lee Sin entering here, but as he comes in, it's going to become very, very clear, and there's not going to be much he can do about it. And there goes that decoy again, just walking away. Oh! Double flash, but it is not enough to secure the kill. That was very close. Caitlyn getting very, very aggressive just with auto attacks, looking for a kill just with auto attacks. They do not have a summoner heal down this lane. Purple team does not have a summoner heal, so they're not going to be able to recover it except with Tarek's seals. Ryze staying very, very safely back. There is nobody near mid lane on the blue team. They're playing it very, very safe. Lee Sin looking for an opportunity at top. This is a powder keg waiting to happen at bottom. I am hoping that I do not miss what happens here. A lot of harass, especially with his Lee Sin coming up here. A lot of harass going out on this Wukong. Wukong looking for that easy harass, go in and then decoy out. But it is not playing to his advantage. Poppy going ahead and going back as well here. There is a stun from Tarek here, but Sivir is probably not going to be able to follow this up. She did spell shield. Again, Sivir is going to have a very easy time. With Caitlyn, she telegraphs her W, no, it's her Q. She telegraphs her Q. There is a small wind-up animation that makes it very clear when she is doing it. So when she actually shoots it off, Sivir is going to be able to see it and is going to be able to spell shield it. Maokai looking for some opportunity to do something here. Coming in on Malzahar, gets the root, gets the immobilized, but it's not going to lead to anything. He got some damage out on that Malzahar. Unfortunately, the Ryze did not follow it up quickly enough, although he is following in here, and he's turning around. Doesn't see him as he went in the bush. Maokai is going to go ahead and give Ryze the blue buff here. It is a huge help to Ryze. He's going to be a lot more effective in lane. He's going to do very well with it. Wukong looking like he is actually getting some strong harass out on this Poppy here. The Poppy turning it around, getting him right up against the wall before he can decoy out. And there goes the ultimate. Ignite, decoy. Poppy going ahead and going past just in case the decoy went in the other direction. Easy, easy kill. Good job. Looks like I missed a kill on Ryze. So that's going to be pretty brutal. Blue has been taken. Did he go ahead and pick up that blue, or did Maokai pick up that blue? No, Malzahar did pick up that blue. That's going to be rough. Malzahar is going to keep his blue buff pretty well sustained for a larger portion of the early game here. Caitlyn really getting aggressive, getting right up in their face. There have not been many ganks going on down here. Each jungler is just going through their jungle right now. Malzahar went ahead and picked up a Catalyst of Protector. He may be building this towards several items, although the most likely at this point in the game is going to be an early Rod of the Ages. That's going to give him stats throughout the game. It lasts for about, over the course of 10 minutes, every minute it gives him stats. It gives him offensive ability power stats that'll make his spell stronger. It also gives him health. That Q just barely missed, just barely out of range on that Ryze. I bet that Ryze is happy about that didn't turn into something else. Maokai going ahead and moving into position. However, Poppy does have this warded. He's not going to be able to go through the river. He may actually be able to get in here if he tries to. If he actually makes an effort. And Maokai should be able to pick this up. If Poppy pushes out at all, this is going to be brutal. Lee Sin looking for an opportunity to get in here as well. They're going for it. This could turn around on blue team. This could turn around badly on... Oh! Maokai going all the way under the tower, taking a lot of tower damage with that flash while he was in transit. He will go to wherever the player is at the end of the animation. So if somebody flashes while he is moving towards them, it will drag them all the way back, and in this case drag them all the way back into the tower. What should have been a win for the purple team wound up being a win for the blue team, but just barely. That is a brutal turnaround for that. Again, Caitlyn flashing in for the kill, but just barely cannot secure it. Got some action going on here at mid here. Going for a Tear of the Goddess. That's going to help him generate more mana as he casts spells and as he attacks. This is Ryze here. Again, mana being a very important stat to Ryze. Right now, the score is 5-1. Blue team is definitely in the lead, although there have been some very close calls. Given the situation, Lee Sin has really helped out with this. In several ganks we've seen so far, it was Lee Sin who was the deciding factor on a kill for blue team. That's going to be a huge problem coming in later in the game. Lee Sin doing well. He scales well. He's going to do well in this game. Let's go and look at some of the gold totals here. We've got Maokai sitting at 2168 versus Lee Sin sitting at 3043. That's a fairly significant difference. No vision on purple team, so Lee Sin is just walking in here. They weren't aware, they didn't know they need to back off. He did get his Q off, he did get in range, even though the stun was in transit from Taric. Just a little bit of harass, he's not going to be able to do too much here. Purple does have a ward on Dragon, blue team does not. Blue team could, or purple team could use that to their advantage. Purple team sees them, they are converging. This is a chance for purple team to turn this around. They should easily pick up both of them. Again, exactly what I was just saying. Purple team has vision. They should actually be able to pick up Dragon here. Lee Sin is waiting. He's looking for an opportunity, and he has a ward to easily get in there. Blue team is trying to contest this, but 2 versus 4, this is going to be difficult. Purple team did pick it up. Lee Sin tried to snipe it out. He's probably going to make it out. This ignite, he is going to make it out. Just barely. The Lee Sin's advantage is going to keep him alive. Looks like we've got a lot of action going on up top. Oh, again, Poppy coming in behind, trying to knock him back towards the tower, but it didn't even matter. This lead has narrowed a little bit. The gold lead is not as significant. It's about 700 gold. At 6-3 as opposed to 5-1. So this is definitely turning in purple team's favor. It's trending towards purple team. It's still in blue team's favor, but the difference is so tiny. Caitlyn going ahead and using her net, knocking herself way back. Again, while Taric's stun is in transit, since it does have to travel, wherever somebody gets to, they're still going to make it there. So not able to get much harass out of that. Looking at some of the CS here, looks like Malzahar is headed in towards, he's just warding right near their blue, so he'll be aware when Ryze goes over towards the blue, although not right this moment if Maokai is about to give Ryze the blue. Still more back and forth between this Wukong and this Poppy. Malzahar sees he's coming back in the lane now. And he will see Maokai walking over here. He knows to back off, and he's going to back off soon because he does see this, or he should see this. He's not actually backing off. Lee Sin going ahead and looping around here too. It looks like Wukong did secure that kill on Poppy. Again, very low. Sorry I missed that. They are going in for this. Lee Sin going up top instead to secure a kill there. Malzahar amazingly pulling that off, and he is going after this. Lee Sin can knock him out of stealth, so he perfectly sees that decoy. No question about it. He's going to be able to just follow that decoy and keep hitting it. 8-4 right now. The gold lead is only 600 gold. Malzahar picking up the blue again. That is going to be rough. And there is a fresh blue waiting here. A lot of harass, but we still haven't seen anything big happening here. Going ahead and trying to secure that kill on Sivir, but Sivir is still going to walk away. Again, we really haven't seen too much in the way of ganking at bottom lane. Caitlyn right now is sitting at 95 CS compared to Sivir's 95. They are staying right dead on even. Sivir does have a little bit of a gold lead. That is due to the 2 assists that Sivir has versus the 1 death that Caitlyn has. And that death, again, was going upriver. And the 2 assists were when Caitlyn and Soraka went upriver to Dragon. So this lane is turning in Sivir's favor despite those 2 very close calls that they had earlier. Poppy is getting that pin against the wall, potentially able to follow this up. Lee Sin is coming up river. Wukong does not have any vision at all upriver, has no idea that Lee Sin's coming up. He may be able to secure the kill, but Lee Sin has to believe that this Wukong did not back because of vision. He has to know that, but he isn't going to be fully aware of that because they do not know that it's not warded right now. Going ahead and going under the river. Lee Sin is backing off, but he is looking like he's going to come back here potentially. This Lee Sin needs to get in here. Turn around. That went in blue team's favor. That Lee Sin almost made it so it didn't go in their favor. But the reason it went in blue team's favor, even though Wukong did get that kill into the tower, even though that was a trade, because Lee Sin did get the assist, there was more gold going out to the blue team. About a 900 gold gap between the 2 teams right now. Blue team, again, slightly edging it out. They do have more kills, but the gap is not that large between them. Malzahar went ahead with Merc Treads. He's going to be a lot more durable against his Ryze. He's not going to have much of a trade to worry about. Lee Sin just waiting here for an opportunity. Maokai is also coming down river. There's no vision from blue team, so blue team wouldn't be aware if he came all the way, but instead he just warded, and that's it. They were looking for the opportunity, but Ryze never gave them that opportunity. Alright, Lee Sin does have Wriggles. Very, very standard. It allows him to quickly teleport anywhere. A little like a blink. He lays down the ward, and then he safeguards to it, so he'll immediately be able to flash over walls, get over walls, blink over walls very quickly, get to locations very quickly, get escapes, get initiates very, very quickly. Thanks to that. It's also obviously good for just general map awareness, depending on where he's placing it. He also has decided to go with Merc Treads. Looks like 3 people on the blue team have decided to go with the Merc Treads. We have Lee Sin in the jungle. Amazingly, walking out of that, using his Q to get out, and then using a flash to get even further out, and using a ward that he safeguarded to get even further out. Walked out of it even though he was pinned on both sides. That is the mobility of Lee Sin. Blue team has this warded now. Purple team does not. Purple team has a ward a little further down. But Malzahar is fully aware that Maokai is coming over here, and it looks like he may even be looking for an opportunity to do some counterplay here. Wukong looking to get some harass out. He's doing it effectively, using his decoy at the end. So Poppy really doesn't have the opportunity to get in there. .131 CS on Caitlyn. Looks like we've got a little bit of a fight here. Probably not going to amount to much, but it could come close. Probably not going to amount to much. 131 CS on this Caitlyn, 134 on this Sivir. Very, very close to each other. Again, Sivir seeing... Oh, this is rough. Sivir and Taric have clear lane control right now. Unfortunately, they're both pretty low on mana. Soraka is not going to have that problem. She'll be able to get those heals over a little bit of time here. They're not going to do much. Again, the two AD carries are very close on CS. They're both doing well. So that's going to turn into something in this game. Maokai again walking right past a blue team ward. Purple team pinging that. They're going to go ahead and go for that. Or they may not. But they did ping it. They pinged it well. Wukong going ahead and picking up the 2 golems here. Getting a little bit of extra gold before he goes back to base. Poppy downriver. Poppy going in. He's looking like he's going to go in for Sivir. Sivir flashes out. Doesn't get pinned against the wall. Just destroys Sivir. Poppy does have that Sheen right now. Poppy may actually die. Oh! Malzahar coming in, but then we have Ryze coming in behind Malzahar. Malzahar is going to die here too. Caitlyn, is Caitlyn going to get away? Caitlyn dying after the flash. Lee Sin coming in, looking for some opportunity. Misses the Q, unfortunately. He would have had an opportunity to get in there. Right now the score is 11-8. They are very close, within 400 gold of each other. Wukong is coming down here. This is a very dynamic fight. We're seeing a lot of the players coming in here over the course of the fight. Maokai getting his initiate. He's got his ult up. They're going to take less damage. Looks like a very clear pickup for the purple team. 11-10 right now. The score is 2k gold lead for purple team right now. That is very significant, and that just grew a little bit bigger. And they can walk over to Dragon right now. Looks like they're pinging it now. They're going straight for it. Blue team pinged it as well to let people know exactly where they would go, but they don't have any counterplay right now. If purple team goes for it, they will take it. Malzahar and Caitlyn looking for some opportunity. They've got advance warning. They're going to go on this Wukong, but they may not be able to pick anything up here. There is a decoy turning around, going behind them. And they're going to walk into, again, same problem as earlier. Purple team is all at Dragon. Blue team just walks into them, lets themselves get picked off. Where blue team had an advantage a little earlier this game, they are now 4k behind in gold. Poppy going ahead and coming in here. She did spell shield that. Perfect spell steal. Spell shield. They're looking for a team fight at mid. Blue team is assuming that's coming. Purple team is going ahead and scattering off into the distance. So purple team is going to take even more advantage out of this. Wukong getting some free farm at top. He is overextended, but nobody is headed over to take advantage of that. If the Wukong gets seriously fed, he will turn around the game on his own. Maokai low on mana, he's not going to be able to contribute much to anything right now. If blue team wanted to get into a fight, if they want to get into a fight seriously, they need to do it now, but it looks like they're not going to. This is going to be 3-on-3 right now because Poppy is off, Caitlyn is off. Purple team really is doing a much better job with vision. Although they did miss out on that blue ward that was in the middle here. Obviously there's a blue ward here. Although they did miss out on that, and that's from the Lee Sin here. Purple team's actually actively placing wards. Blue team is more likely just using Lee Sin's wards. This Taric does have 2 wards on... Oh, that's purple team, right. Soraka does have 2 wards on her. She does have some GP5. Looks like we got a team fight. Wukong going right in behind the lines. He's going to be fine. Lee Sin trying to chase after him. Poppy's there, but Poppy backing off. Oh, Poppy's actually the one who's still in there. Lee Sin backing off. Lee Sin looking for another opportunity to get in, but with 3 of them, he's not going to have that. Knocking off his spell shield with the Q, but he's not going to be able to dash over to him. It's 25 minutes in. Purple team is already going for a Baron. And you know what? Blue team can't do anything about it. They have no vision over this. They are at bottom. They've shown themselves at bottom. Purple team has a free Baron here, 25 minutes into the game. This is going to be bad. This is going to further accentuate their 5k gold difference right now. I'll give them an even bigger, a significantly bigger gold difference. And blue team is just oblivious to this. They're not doing anything. Malzahar is kind of going over here, but not directly for them. They have complete vision over it. Purple team knows full well the blue team is not bothering here. They did just go ahead and put down the clairvoyance here. But it is too late. At this point, blue team is not actually aware that they've gotten Baron. Oh, they may be now because they can see Ryze at mid with the Baron buff. Malzahar did go for that Rod of Ages, so he's going for a very durable build. He's also got a Kage's Lucky Pick here, which is going to give him some GP5 until he converts it into another item. Poppy looks like she's going for a Trinity Force. She does have the GP5 from the Philosopher's Stone, but she does also have a Sheen and a Phage. Most likely going to combine both of those into a Trinity Force. And it looks like she's already got the Crit Gauntlets. So that's going to give her a lot of options. It's going to give her a slow that can happen on her auto attacks. It's going to give her extra damage anytime she uses ability. Her next auto attack is going to do extra damage. Lee Sin trying to get out of here, looking for any opportunity. But that Wukong is just too well farmed. There may possibly be a team fight about to occur at mid. Purple team will have everyone here in just a few seconds. Caitlyn's still down farming bot. Caitlyn does need to be doing this for the extra farm to have any chance of a comeback, but by the same token, hopefully they can hold the tower and they may not be able to. Wukong's ult should still be on cooldown, so they shouldn't be able to... This is a massacre. This is a massacre. They're not going to be able to do anything. The score is 11-16, but they have almost 30%, Purple team has almost 30% more gold, and it's not just off kills. It's off the Baron, it's off the 2 dragons that they took. Maokai getting all the way back in their base, and still managing to flash out and be just fine. Poppy trying to secure that, but Poppy putting himself out of position to do it. He's going ahead and getting back in there. Maokai getting all the way back in there again, but this time the tower's not on him. He will be fine. With minions coming in, everybody's going to be fine. They're going to be able to take out the middle tower and the inhibitor here. These people are low. Purple team is low, but they have such a huge advantage. They can secure this inhibitor at the very least right now. Wukong looking to potentially pick up another easy kill here. They may be securing this game right now. They may be going ahead and finishing it. They can. They have no problem doing it. Oh, Maokai. Again, same thing. Going ahead and using his root and winding up in the pool. Purple team, very decisive victory. It did not start in their favor, but they made the right plays. Vision won that game. Vision, more than anything else, won that game. They were playing well. They were doing well. When the purple team got ganked, it was because they didn't have advanced vision. When Lee Sin was roaming, they didn't have vision. But when it turned around, it turned around at the point the purple team had consistent vision. When the two of them, Soraka, Caitlyn, walk into the river and they get surrounded immediately by 5 enemies. That's the kind of thing they can't walk away from. That happened twice. Vision really won that game for the purple team.